Hey guys, Parfex here. Alright, we are coming close to having the consoles ready, and for you guys to finally get your hands on the console game you guys have been waiting for, Elder Scrolls Online. The game that I love, the game that I've been playing for over a year, the game that I have 4 VR14 characters, and I'm not proud of it because that means I have no life. No, my life is you guys and, well, everything else. But let's not go into that. Alright, so this video is going to be what you need to know when you first start playing the game on the console, and things that you can help get ready to do when you start your console game. Alright, the biggest thing you need to know is, I should say decision, would be what faction you're going to play. The biggest key to this game is make sure you get on a faction that you want to play and the friends that you want to play with. It doesn't work if you try to have one on each faction. I mean, if you want to stay low level for a long time, you can do it, but make sure you get together with your friends and anybody that you plan on playing with, or any of the podcasters that you plan on playing with, or just want to join and help out. Make sure you find out which faction they want to play. Each faction has their ups and downs. I don't know how it's going to be on PC. I can only estimate that there's going to be a lot of people go Ebonheart pack because that's where Skyrim took place at. I'm a big fan of Aldmeri Dominion, and I know there's some people that hate Aldmeri Dominion, some people that love it. I mean, how can you go wrong with a queen that good looking? I mean, come on. I mean, I know she's anime, and I know, but I mean, come on. How can you go wrong with that? Other people got, you know, we got these kings. Ooh, you know, that's what I want to see is a, you know, a grimy old man walking around when I can have a queen that looks as good as she does. I mean, come on. But no, just pick the faction that you like the most. I personally like Aldmeri, but if you pick Daggerfall, it's got a good story. Ebonheart has a good story. Aldmeri has a good story. They all have good stories. Alright, after you decide what you want to do on faction, you gotta decide what class you want to play. Alright? And the classes are kind of situated like this. Templar is going to be basically your healer and your support class. They do have a few good DPS and abilities, and they can do some decent DPS, but for the most part, especially for PvP, they're going to be your support and they're going to be your healers. They also can tank, and like I said, they also will do DPS, but the other classes are a little better at DPSing, but they're definitely your support and healer class. DKs are going to be it's the best race for tanks, and they're very good at magic DPS, and they're very good at stamina DPS. This is what this guy is. He's actually an Imperial Dragonite. They have a lot of abilities that synergize well with each other, and they do just about everything well. Now, if you like throwing flame, breath, if you like throwing some other flame abilities, you like whipping people, we got a little ball of fire that circles, you got a heal, it's got a self-heal, I can reflect stuff. If you kind of like that type of playstyle, and it's up-in-your-face playstyle, that's another thing I wanted to mention. The Dragonite is an up-in-your-face melee fighter. Even with his magic, he's in-your-face melee. Alright, then you have your Nightblade. Your Nightblade is extremely good at getting in and out of combat. He is very sneaky, and he does both magic and stamina DPS very, very well. He does it just as well as the DK. He does stamina probably a little better than the DK, especially in PvP. But he's your assassin. He's your scout for PvP. Most people like to gank with their That's going to be your Nightblade class. They're okay tanks and they're okay healers, but not great at either. Alright, and the last class is your Sorcerer. This is going to be your Mage class. They have a single target nuke, basically, in Crystal Frags. They have some decent CC abilities. They have a Getaway and Streak, which is probably one of the coolest abilities in the game. They do not do stamina very well. You can stamina DPS, and I have on a Sorcerer, but their passives are very, very much so for magic. Alright? Now, they also make very good healers. Now, having said that, they are not endgame healers. There is no substitute for an endgame healer other than a Templar. So if you plan on healing in this game at endgame, you're going to want to go Templar because they have the only instant heal in the game as of right now. Alright, now that you've picked your class, this is probably the most important out of all of them. Once you've got your faction, once you've got your class, now it's time to pick your race. If you are just going for, hey, I want to play an Argonian because Argonians are fun and that's what I like to do, then guess what? Play an Argonian. But if you're looking for competitive endgame DPS or healing or whatever, this is going to be a very, very, very big factor in what you pick. Alright? Classes to stay away from: Nords, Orcs, and Khajiit. Don't touch them. They are bad. Now, if you want to play them because you like what they look like, or you like the role-playing aspect of them, good, more power to you. I have a Nord DK. It is what it is. They are, endgame-wise, very bad at this point. I wouldn't touch them with a 10-foot pole. If you are going to be a Magic DK, there is no other race that you need to pick other than a Dark Elf. Some may argue that High Elf will do more damage by slightly, just because of one passive and one ability. They go very well together. But there's no race class combo that is better than a Dragon Knight Dark Elf. By far the best. Stamina on any class, if you want to do endgame stamina DPS, an Imperial is way to go. And that's what this guy is, and I'll show you his passives. Health, stamina, get some health back. Absolutely amazing. The max stamina and max health make it to where the Imperial can be the hardest hitting class in the game. Now, if you want to go a stamina, sneak around, ganker, do a lot of damage coming out of stealth, a Bosmer is going to be the way you want to go. A Bosmer is a Wood Elf, and they get passives for coming out of stealth, hitting people. They get passives for stamina regen, and they get a little bit of stamina back. So if you want to play that type of class, definitely a Bosmer. Sorcerer, if you're going to play Magic, High Elf is your best. They give elemental damage, recovery, and magic. So they're really hard to beat. And I know I'm kind of being very general right now. I am going to have a race guide coming up, so I'm not trying to give too much away. But I want you guys to realize the importance of picking your race. It is, in my opinion, the most important thing to do is make sure you get your race right. Look at the racial passives, watch guides on it, make sure you know what you want to do. Alright, and last, tanking, Imperial, in my opinion, no matter what class you want to do. Healing, Breton. Breton gives a cost reduction to your magic. Other than that, if you're trying to build on a specific build, Look them up. Redguard's good. I mean, they're all good. Like I said, the only three you want to stay away from are Nord, Orc, and Khajiit. They're all very bad. Alright guys, this is Parfax. Go ahead and hit the like button if you haven't subscribed to me. Again, I don't know why you haven't and you're watching this video. Obviously, this was an amazing video. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any videos. If you want to tease me, go ahead and leave some comments. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like. Alright guys, I'll see you in Tamriel. Thanks for watching.